bring the next comedian up here. This is a local guy, first time on stage. I guess he got a big fan base. Be kind. He's real nervous back there, but he's a good guy. He's here to make you laugh. Please put your hands together for Andrew DeFranza, everybody. Let us know.
My name is Andrew DeFranza. It's great to be here in the best ward, Ward 2, the best city in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, represented by Estelle Rand, our own city councilor, who is here today. This part of the show was supposed to be for charity, but they canceled. So apparently the risk-reward analysis of being that closely associated with me did not pan out very well. But don't worry, we brought our own crew. My buddy Russ Queen and the folks from Family Promise are out there in the lobby. You should check them out. And you really should, because I'm gonna be watching them. Now, my grandmother came over on a boat from Italy in 1911, which seems particularly pertinent on a day like today. And I grew up in very, very working class New Jersey in the 70s and 80s. And that's got a certain kind of a cultural pack to it, right? You work real hard, you fight like hell, screw the odds, and don't let anybody in the tribe get hurt. And that's the way it works. So, as a result of that, I sort of distilled into this personality where I've been mission-driven, perennial, thorn in the side, persistently out of place, and always punching above my weight, which suits me just fine. Some of my earliest memories are of my father, working for my father, who was a small-scale contractor in New Jersey. And my dad, you know, I would always tell him when I was a teenager, when I was pretty much equal parts smart aleck and lazy sack, that I was just going to work with him. That I wasn't going to college, I was just going to be there forever. Which he found very encouraging, as you might imagine. So one day, we're working, it's freezing outside, we're working in a house with no heat, I'm down in front of the heater, and my father comes over and he opens the door. What are you doing? I said, I'm cold, I'm getting warm. He says, you want to be warm? Go to college, get out of the truck. Now, anytime something was going wrong on a job we were involved with, my father, you know, if he didn't like it, he would say, Andrew, go get the crowbar, we're going to have to persuade this. And we did a lot of persuasion, as you might imagine. Now, we got to Massachusetts in the late 90s. And, you know, Massachusetts, New Jersey, they're both original colonies, lots of history. But in New Jersey, we tend to just go ahead and bury our history under end zones. But in Massachusetts, you guys have like a marker every 10 feet for something awesome that was supposed to have happened there. Just 10 feet after 10 feet after 10 feet. Now, when I say we, I think everybody probably knows who I'm referring to, the good Dr. DeFranza. You can give a shout out for her in the room. Smart as hell, courageous. She can work on a construction crew or deal with a theologically and sociologically difficult piece of material with class and power. A lot of range there. The woman has a lot of range. Now, when we got here, our kids ended up at the Cove School. Big shout out to the Cove School. With big love for the Cove School. We got some Cove School parents here today. We go to the Cove School. My kids go to school with a bunch of kids from kids in other neighborhoods, which is great. And we take a break, one Christmas break. We go to New Jersey to visit my parents. So we're out there visiting my parents, and my dad's got a buddy named Vinny who runs a salvage yard. So we decide, all right, we're going to go visit the salvage yard on Christmas Eve. So everybody goes. My sister-in-law, my brothers, my kids, my wife, we all go to visit Vinny at the salvage yard. And Vinny is showing everybody how to crush cars, how to use the car crusher. So he looks over at my girls and he says, hey, you want to try it? My girls, yeah! And the DeFranza girls proceed to crush car after car after car. It's like a Christmas miracle. Now they get back home, they go back to school at Cove, right, with their little friends, probably some kid from the farm. And that kid tells them all about their ski trip to Aspen over Christmas break. And they ask my girls, what did you do? We crushed cars. They were the coolest kids in class, as you might imagine. We crushed cars. So, sometimes, this can be a little awkward, right? I work for Harbor Lake Community Partners. and we create housing. We create housing that's economically accessible for all kinds of different people all around the community. And as a part of that, we work in a lot of communities where there's more horses or seashells or BMWs than there are humans. And this creates some challenges for me because I don't get all the verbal cues. For example, a couple of years ago, we're working in a place and this person comes up to me and he says, he doesn't wear one of these, he says, "We think that someone with more authority in your organization needs to understand that we have the inclination, the resources, and the technical abilities to defend ourselves." Me, what? You know what that is? That's a white-collar threat. That's what that is. That's how a white-collar guy threatens you, right? So let me break that down for you. I think what he meant was, I can't believe they sent a little working-class Italian guy to negotiate. I really, really do not want a family of four making less than $60,000 living anywhere near me. Now, it's okay if they cut my grass, or watch my children, or my elderly parents, or clean my house, but I don't want to live in here. I got a lot of money, I'm used to getting my way, and I know a lot of smart people. I know, I want to fight you. At which point I say, couldn't we just skip to the end? That part I understand. We can just step outside and do the end. Now sometimes I get it. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like when I roll into the Anchor Bar at the base of Goat Hill, my neighborhood, right? I roll into the Anchor, the first thing I think when I hit the room is, I can take everybody in here. Which is the first thing I think when I'm looking at all of you. And then I realized, oh, I just came from a board meeting. I got on khaki pants, a white shirt, a tie, and a fleece vest with a Beverly Bank logo on it. I say, Miss Bartender, may I have a white Zinfandel on the rocks? Sometimes it's the nonverbal cues that I don't get, right? So we decide, I spend a lot of time with attorneys and with bankers in the work that we do. So we decide I need a suit. Actually, Meigs decides I need a suit. So we go to Nordstrom for their annual sale, which I did not know that they had. We go to Nordstrom's, I go up to the first guy I see, Wayne. I say, "Wayne, boss, you gotta help me out here. I need a suit, I'm not a suit guy, but I need one for work, help me out." So Wayne starts doing his thing. 48 inches, that's true. 28 inches, that used to be true. He's making his way down. I look over at me and I give her this is not going to end well for Wayne. She looks over at me, she gives me the keep your mouth shut and stand still face. I stand still. We get home, right, with the suit, I'm wearing the suit, we get home. We got 3 emails and a voicemail from the credit card company. Warning, we expect fraud on your card. Someone has purchased men's clothing at Nordstrom. Helicopter overhead, SWAT team at the door. I say, "Hey babe, look, even the algorithm for the credit card knows that I have no business being at Nordstrom." Yeah. So to decompress, I take that damn suit off and I roll down to Cafe Salerno's for lunch, 73 Cabot Street. My friends Mike and Cyrus up there are the proprietors. If you haven't been there, you should check it out. I walk in, I'm a little distressed about the whole credit card thing. And I walk in and some guy's ordering a hamburger. Now this is an Italian place with Italian people cooking. And the guy wants a hamburger, he quickly realizes his error. He says to Mike Rotundo, "No, Mike, it's okay. It's all right, I'll just take a chicken parm." Mike says, no, it's okay, I'll give you a hamburger. He says, "No, really, it's all right. How about you got any American chop suey?" "No, it's all right, man. I'll make you a hamburger." "How about you got any of the sausage tortellini soup?" "If you want a hamburger, I will make you a friggin' hamburger," Mike says. And I just breathe the free air. I just breathe it in, I take in all that rage and speed and communal spirit. And I'm glad to be in Beverly, Massachusetts, and not in Nordstrom wearing that suit. And I'm glad to be here tonight with all of you.